Brady had to say, CC?
Now, I'm not concerned because I wouldn't take more chances. If you look at the number of receivers, you look at the number of bodies, how hard it is to get in sync. We see top-flight wide receivers, Golden Tate, go from Detroit, Matthew Stafford, over playing with Philadelphia, struggling to make that transition. Amari Cooper, we saw him struggle for 3 or 4 weeks. Demaryius Thomas, he had his biggest game last night after coming over from Denver. Man, the continuity in the passing game, they made the rules easier, but they're still, man, you got to work. You got to be able to work out these things. How many steps is a guy going to take? How is a guy's stride? How is he in and out of the breaks? Can he catch a ball that's thrown behind him? What if I throw it low? Is he capable of getting down? Does he bend? Does he like to catch the ball in front of him and be able to run with it? Like, these types of things have to be worked out. And the amount of wide receivers that Tom Brady has had in the meetings with him since the spring, I think over 30 wide receivers that they have signed and had there. So he can't trust these guys. It's about winning football games. I think this is one of the least talented offenses that he's worked with. And then also you have his best wide receiver now is Josh Gordon, who started the season in Cleveland. Edelman, the most dependable slot receiver, he was suspended. Gronk has been injured. Sony Michel was hurt in training camp, but since he's been injured again. So now they're getting ready to activate Rex Burkhead. He's getting ready to be back part of it. So the lack of continuity, the number of faces, no. Tom, keep doing it. That is not a problem. Or if it's a problem, it's rich people. It's good problems to have.
And this is the great luxury of being Tom Brady, and it's been the case throughout his entire career, is he has so rarely gone into a game with the burden of, I have to make a bunch of great plays for us to win. Now, we have seen in some of the greatest Super Bowl moments ever, the third and fourth quarter against Seattle, the third and fourth quarter against Atlanta, we have seen him execute the greatest comebacks in the highest leverage spots. We know that. But Brady in his career, when he doesn't turn the ball over, they win 89% of their games. Drew Brees, when he doesn't turn the ball over, it's 82%. Aaron Rodgers, it's 76%. So he knows I usually have a good enough team around me and a good enough coaching staff around me that as long as I don't screw it up, we got this handled. If I make the great plays, that's a bonus. But I also...
Yeah, I doubt that. I'm going to go against that because I think the way he has played in these games, Tom, he is not a game manager. Now, they do play the percentages offensively, defensively, and special teams. So their whole philosophy is they're going to take advantage of what the defense is going to give you. But you can look at Tom Brady's numbers, whether it's dink or dunk, he has carved up defenses. So I wouldn't say that he's just tried to manage.
I wasn't trying to say he's a game manager. I think he's the greatest quarterback ever. My point is, it goes back to what we were talking about yesterday, is he knows better than any quarterback you're not going to go broke making a profit. He doesn't feel like I need to make this 30-yard bomb. I can move the sticks. I can trust my guys to be where they're supposed to be, and we're going to continue to progress down the field. I also do wonder...
Wait, just real quick. It's what differentiates, and you made such a great point yesterday, between him and Aaron Rodgers, because when it looks like Aaron Rodgers has been pressing to go for those big bombs, Tom Brady knows if I need 3 yards for a first down, I'm okay getting just 3 yards. And that could be a little bit more what you mean by managing the game, not as a game manager.
Absolutely. But I also think when Tom Brady's talking about this, whether he says it or not, what is sticking in the back of his head is not the fourth quarter against Seattle in the Super Bowl, is not the fourth quarter against Atlanta in the Super Bowl, but the last time he really touched the ball in the fourth quarter against the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Because what happened? Ball got taken from him. And a game that a lot of people thought they were about to drive the field down 5 and win the Super Bowl, win his 6th Super Bowl, he turned the ball over, and they lost that game. And then at the beginning of this year, he turned the ball over in 7 straight games, which was, for Brady, unprecedented. Now, since then, he hasn't turned the ball over once. He also has been much more conservative with his throws. He has had less explosive numbers. He had a 3-game stretch where he only had 1 total touchdown. But the team's winning
because, it doesn't matter.
I mean, at the end of the day, none of that matters.
Yeah, it's about the personnel, though. You play to the personnel. Why should he be trying to hold the ball? He's got new people on the offensive line. He's got a new offensive tackle for the first time in a long time. When you hold onto the football, people get closer to you. So you are putting the ball and turnovers at risk. And they ain't got no great deep threats on the Pats.
Right.
Like, Josh hasn't proven that. There's been a lot of miscommunication between him and Tom. Why should I sit back here and hold this ball and I can move it down the field by tossing it? Tom Brady, it ain't no problem. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right, got to take a break. We talked about Aaron Rodgers coming up. Is he starting to realize that the end is near? Here